Instead of a completely precise magazine ammo check, you can only check how many rounds you have in your magazine based on weight. To do this, you press the apostrophe key, which is right next to the enter key. As you can see, after I press this, in the top left, it said that my magazine feels heavy. This indicates a completely full or a mostly full magazine. As I fire, and I press the key again to check my magazine, or rather, as I said, as I press the key to check my magazine, you can see that my magazine feels average. You will have heavy, average, or light to indicate how many rounds are in your magazine based on weight. Some weapons, such as this machine gun with a scope, have close quarter combat sights. This weapon, while in zoom, is not very useful for close quarter combat engagements. However, if you press the keypad / button, you can see that I'm now looking at the close quarter sights for this machine gun. This is much more useful for close quarter engagements. Not all weapons have this, but the weapons that do can be used with the keypads /. With certain Ace-2 grenade launcher weapons, you can open up the foldable leaf sight on the grenade launcher. To do this, you will switch to the grenade launcher mode and press Shift 2. As you can see, I have folded up the leaf sight and you can use it accordingly. This does not work with all weapons, only certain Ace-2 grenade launcher weapons. When you find yourself in low light level conditions such as this, where you can barely see a damn thing, you can press N to bring up your night vision goggles. However, like you see here, it may be too dark for you depending on the light level or other circumstances such as vehicle headlights, street lamps, etc. You can, with Ace-2, adjust the brightness level on your night vision goggles by pressing page up, as you can see, or page down to increase or decrease the night vision sensitivity. This is very useful. However, if you have not already rebound your keys, page up and page down will make you stance up and stance down. That is, you will go take a knee, or you will go prone, or if you're prone, you will take a knee and you will stand up. So I would recommend rebinding those keys and keeping page up and page down to adjust your night vision sensitivity. One of the useful but seldom used features in Ace-2 is the ability to shoot a hunter round. That's HuntIR. You can usually find them in a box that looks just like this. As you can see here, you have the hunter rounds, which we'll need 1 or 2 of, and the hunter monitor. Now, to load this into your weapon, you will need to switch to your weapon and switch to the grenade mode. If you already have another M203 round loaded, you will need to use your middle mouse button to select the hunter round. However, I have it loaded now. Now what you would need to do is fire this up into the sky at a high trajectory so that it will deploy its parachute and float to the ground. I will have Vegeta demonstrate this for me because very rarely you'll be firing the round yourself. As the round hits a certain altitude, it will fall back to Earth and deploy on a parachute. To view the round, you will use your personal context menu and you choose Activate Hunter Monitor. This will load up the Hunter Monitor interface and search for the camera, and once it finds it, it will connect to it. This can take a little bit of time, especially if the round has just been fired. As you can see, we are looking through the view of the round now. To control the view, you can use the arrow keys. You have the up arrow key, the down arrow key, the right, and the left to manipulate the view. In addition, you can use the D key and the A key to zoom in and out of the view. This gives you a very great high elevation tactical view of your surroundings, and you can relay information to your fellow troops, or they can look at the camera themselves with their own hunter monitor. Any number of players can manipulate the view and look through it at the same time. And as you can see, this is the parachute floating back down to Earth. Sometimes when we play certain missions, such as Ace Domination, you will find yourself with the ability to parachute. First, you will need to go to a equipment box such as this and find yourself a parachute. This is the MC5 parachute pack. You can take this and it will put this in your secondary weapon slot. Now, you can go to the flagpole, such as an Ace Domination, and use your middle mouse scroll menu. As you can see, I can choose my parachute location. I can pick an area on the map and click the left mouse button. Now, as you are free falling, you can adjust your orientation with the arrow keys. You can look around, and you can basically enjoy as you fall to your death. However, if you do not want to die, you can open your middle mouse button, and as you can see, you can pull ripcord. I recommend pulling this above 300 meters because it takes some time, as I will indicate now. As you can see, my chute is opening, and if I had opened this while I was lower, there's a very good chance I would have splatted. Now, my parachute is open, and you can see on the right, I have a number of indicators, such as my ground speed and my descent rate. You can adjust this by using the forward movement key and the rear movement key to either make yourself go down faster or to flare your descent rate. You want to make sure that both of these are in the green when you land, or else you will probably be injured when you fall, if not dying. So as I am descending to the ground here, you can see my ground speed is fine, but my descent rate is yellow. I want to flare back a little just before landing, and they were both green, and I had a successful running landing. And that's it to parachuting.